I'm so sorry I never got your video up for February. February was pretty crazy. And when I was doing your reading, I felt very, very out of it. And turns out I had the flu. So I didn't feel right posting it because I wasn't sure if I was like being delusional from my illness or if it was actual like channeled information, if that makes sense. So I didn't feel 100% on posting it. And then at that point, I was just like, forget it. So you are one of the very first ones that are getting posted this month. So there's that. I also wanted to say that on top of all of that, my husband and I have been wanting to move to North Carolina for almost 3 years. 3 years ago, he put in a request for a transfer to North Carolina for his job, and it finally went through. So we're very, very excited, but we're also like, oh my God, we have so much we have to do. We have to go down there. We have to find a place to live. We have to move all this stuff down. And I have to find another job, and it's just going to be totally crazy between now and the end of April. So these videos are going to be super fast for this month. And also, I'm going to be stopping from accepting additional private readings between March 22nd, because that's the start of Mercury retrograde. And I've done readings during Mercury retrograde, and it's been like totally crazy. It was very difficult for me. So March 22nd till the beginning of May, I will not be accepting private readings. So if you would like a private reading with me, please get in touch with me by my website anytime before March 22nd. Okay? Otherwise, you can wait until May. I also wanted to say that I did shuffle and deal your cards before I started the recording, just to save myself time, because I don't want to have to edit these videos. I'm not putting a fancy beginning or ending to these videos this month, and I'm not doing paintings this month. I'm going to start those back up again in North Carolina once we're finally settled. So, Aquarius, I just did your entire reading, and turns out that my phone didn't record it. So awesome. So we're going to do it again. Of course, I got the whole intro in there, but the actual reading, it didn't record. All right, so the good thing about that is I can cut all the bullshit out and just get straight to the point, which I'm sure you guys would love. Cut the crap, get straight to the point, and tell me what I need to know, right? So, here we go. Actually, I'm going to flip these around so you can see what they're actually laid out as. We have the Tower in reverse, 9 of Cups in reverse, 5 of Pentacles upright, and 8 of Cups in reverse. So it's very interesting. There's a lot of reversal cards here, which just means, there's just a different meaning. It doesn't mean any, it doesn't always mean something negative is going to happen. But in this case, it does have a little bit of a negative connotation to it, just because of the cards that came out. So, the Tower in reverse. So, this is the 16th card in the Major Arcana, and Major Arcana cards mean a very significant event is about to occur. And when the Tower card comes out, it's like there's definitely some very significant event coming your way. And when it comes to the Tower, it can be shocking. It like really shakes the foundation of your life. Can be very jolting and jarring. You're not expecting it, almost like the rug's being pulled out from under you. When it's in reverse, it feels that way just because you don't want the changes to occur. So you're like resisting the changes that you know are inevitable, but you don't want them to happen anyway. So you're resisting the shifts. You're resisting the inevitable change. Change is going to happen whether you like it or not. And it's all about your reaction to it this month. Because if you start the month out in this energy of like, I don't want this change, I'm going to resist it, you know, all that stuff, feeling totally jolted and almost kind of like a victim of your circumstances, like the world has taken it into its own, like this change, it's almost kind of like this change should have happened a long time ago, but you've been putting it off. And so it's gotten to this point where the universe has been like, all right, well, if you're not going to do it, I'm going to do it for you. And then when I do it for you, it might happen in a way that you don't like it to happen, you know? So that's kind of the energy that's happening right here. So this change happens, and then you're like completely focused on my own problems. The cups are all about emotions, passions, things like that. When it's the 9 of Cups, and when it's upright, you're at peace with the way things are. You're feeling whole emotionally. When it's in reverse, I'm feeling like I'm overly focused on my own problems. I'm way stuck in my emotions. 9 has the energy of endings to it. So it's like, you know, it's the end of the world in my life. You know, it's like a tidal wave of emotions are coming because I am so wrapped up in this change. I can't believe this is happening to me. I am very upset and distraught, and pay attention to me and my problems. What can you do for me? I need you to help me, me, instead of being in this balanced energy of giving and receiving. It's like extreme receiving. Like, what are you giving me? And I'm not even going to think about what you need in return kind of vibe here. Then we have the 5 of Pentacles, which is like, I am feeling like I'm, you know, there's like a change. 5 is all about change. So it's like this shift, this most likely financial change is making me feel like I don't have enough. Look at everybody else is doing great for themselves, and I'm out here in the cold, stuck, struggling, and trying to figure out my shit. And I'm all out on my own. Got no one to help me. Are still like in this victimizing state where like I am not able to ask for help. Nobody wants, or I believe that no one wants to help me. You know, just a horrible feeling of being alone, being abandoned, or being just like this feeling a sense of lacking in one way or another in your life. But when it's in Pentacles, it's like you're focused on what you tangibly do not have in your life, whether it's finances or it's like, I don't have the, you know, the cookie cutter house and like, you know, 1.5 kids or whatever they say, and a dog and a white picket fence and all that shit. And it's like, you don't need that, but that's just me. So anyway, being totally like being like, I'm going to put my focus on what everybody else has and believe that because of where my life is taking me, it is less than in comparison to everyone else. So it's kind of like you're comparing yourself to other people and you're feeling a sense of lack, when in reality, this is not the case. And then 8 of Cups, you've come to this point where you're just like, I give up. I'm just going to walk away from this issue. I'm going to pretend it's not there. Like, I'm totally ignoring the issue at hand. I'm just going to walk away and pretend like it's not there. La, 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 la. When really, like, what's going to happen is it's going to come back around again and bite you in the ass and be like, hey, you didn't deal with this the first time, and it was a pretty extreme shift here, and you're acting like it's not happening. It's going to be even more intense the next time around. if it's not addressed now. So that's the potential, and it's all based on your reaction to this shift that happens this month. And this is what will happen, or this is the potential of what can happen if you react to this change in a state of resistance. If you resist the change and you don't embrace it and just go with the flow of things, you're just like spiraling down into this negative pit, basically, if that makes sense. So I'm going to flip these around just so we can see what it looks like if we take another perspective or another reaction to this significant change that's about to happen. So, or maybe it already has, because it's March 3rd. Who knows? It may have started like towards the end of February and you know, things are shifting now. But if it hasn't happened yet, there's a potential for it to happen pretty soon, because this is like the first half of the month. This is the second half of the month. So when we look at the Tower upright, take a look at her face. She's got like a nice little smirk on here. She's like, I'm the one who tore this bitch down. All right. Before it was out of my hands and the universe had to take control of the situation and, you know, destroy the foundation of this life that I've created for myself that was not good for me in a certain aspect of my life. So the universe takes it into its own hands in this way, but instead of feeling like I want to resist it, I'm going to take matters into my own hands and I'm going to tear this bitch down. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to take charge of my life and my situation, and I'm going to destroy what I've created. I'm going to pull the rug out from under myself as a way of catapulting me into this next phase of my life. So I took shit into my own hands and I made life my bitch. Basically. At least from when I look at the card in this way. Like there's other decks where it looks very distraught and very disturbing. There's people falling out of the tower and stuff. But there's a reason why I am using this deck specifically. Because you need to know that you can take these matters into your own hands and you be the one to tear down this wall instead of letting life do it for you. So I've torn down this wall of whatever it was that I created for myself that was not for my highest good. And now I'm feeling at peace with the situation. Why? Because I've embraced the change that is coming, whether I wanted it to or not. It's happening one way or another. It's just a matter of how I am reacting. Am I taking matters into my own hands or am I resisting it, you know? So I've taken matters into my own hands and I'm feeling very at peace. It's no longer a tidal wave of stress and emotions. It is a calm, soft wave. I am at this balance of giving and receiving in my life. My cups are full. I'm feeling emotionally complete. I do not feel like I'm left out in the cold. I feel like because I have taken matters into my own hands and I'm feeling emotionally at ease, I now have the confidence and the capability to reach out and ask for help through these changes that I'm going through. I'm feeling like I am enough and I have enough with where I am in my life. And because of that, I feel secure in asking for help from others, and I'm okay with that. And I no longer am, and now it's not like I'm walking away. It's not like I'm ignoring my issues. it's like I'm walking away from what this, so you could see it as like this tower and this little Tower of Cups is the same. And that's very interesting because look, we've got another Tower of Cups over here. So it's like I've torn down this wall, I've torn down this tower that I created for myself that was not good for me with whatever it was in my life. And now I am at peace with the fact that I'm putting it behind me. See, it's behind her. And I am now actively and physically walking away from those problems of the past. And it's not like I'm ignoring my problems. It's like I've addressed them here. I've decided to set some kind of boundaries, say no once and for all, and really reflect on those issues and have the ability to release them and move on. And I feel like this is like the first steps on a new adventure without these burdens I'm carrying with myself anymore. So like I've packed light and I'm ready to take on this new journey, this new adventure. And because it's cups, I feel like it's a spiritual journey you're now ready to start on. Okay? So you can ignore it and act like this change isn't coming, and it can all occur in a very stressful way, in a way that you don't want to happen, full of resisting and resentment and selfishness and woe is me and isolation and distraction and destruction. Or you could look at it as taking matters in my own hands, destroying some part of my life as a way of transforming it. Transformation instead of destruction is how are you going to look at it? Going to look at it as you're destroying your life or you're transforming your life. Okay, Aquarius. And then I had also pulled a card from Nature's Whispers, and this came out, Bountiful Harvest. So when I see this, it's like the universe is guiding you. The universe is working in your favor. It really is. You just have to be in the flow, okay? Once you let go, you'll be in the flow, okay? When you stop resisting the change, it's almost like you could keep swimming upstream and almost get nowhere, or you can just let go and let the current take you where you need to go. Like this is what going upstream is a struggle. Letting go and going with the flow is easy, is less stressful for you in these changes on your journey. And also, I feel like some serious abundance is waiting for you on the other side of this transformation. On this spiritual journey you're about to start on. There's an extreme abundance waiting for you. So if you're feeling like something was missing and somewhere in your life, you may start to discover ways to fulfill yourself in ways that, would make this not feel like you're lacking. I hope that made sense. Fulfilling yourself in healthier, more spiritual ways as opposed to feeling like you're lacking in some way or another. Yeah, so there you go, Aquarius. I hope that you enjoyed this. And I'm going to be doing another reading in April.